Yes, sir.
Come in. You are Miss Disha Dwivedi.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, yeah. Please sit down.
Yes.
Now, what does your father do?
Sir, he is assistant professor in Gauriganj.
So, what does he teach?
Sir, ancient Indian history.
Ancient Indian history. Are you also interested in history?
Sir, not so much.
Okay, what is your optional subject? It's not this here.
Sir, sociology.
And what did you study? Engineering.
Yes, sir.
You studied at the Abdul Kalam University, Electrical and Electronics Engineering.
Yes, sir.
Who was Dr. Abdul Kalam? I mean, as a scientist, what was his role in promoting the scientific spirit, and also what were his contributions to the Indian defense sector?
Sir, he is proudly said to be a missile man of India. His contributions were in the Pokhran tests and various programs of ISRO. And he has been teaching also in the profession.
Apart from that, was he in the DRDO? What is DRDO?
Sir, he was in DRDO as a main heading role, and he was also the president of India.
Okay, now yoga, you practice yoga. Which branch of yoga do you practice?
Sir, I practice through myself only. I have not taken any course, although I have read about Ashtanga Yoga and the components of it and what are its importance and how can I practice those things in my life.
Well, let me take you to the Mahakumbh, because since you're from UP, you would know everything. You would know everything about it. Why is the Mahakumbh celebrated from 14th January to 26th February?
Specific dates?
Why are those two dates important?
So because it is believed that there are some cosmos significance related to the astronomy and the arrangement.
That's very general. Tell me exactly. What you're saying is very, very general.
I have to read on it, sir.
Okay. Now, is it also called the Makar Sankranti? 14 January?
Yes, sir. 14 Jan is Makar Sankranti and then 26th Feb is Mahashivratri.
So, what is the significance of Makar Sankranti?
Sir, the sun reaches the Capricorn side and it is celebrated mainly for the new season, beginning of a new season and the harvest of crops.
Oh, but the sun doesn't move, you know that. You know the sun is stationary. That means these beliefs are all superstitious.
Sir, sun doesn't move, but it is believed from astrological point of view that actually when Earth is moving around the sun, so there's a slight tilt which is aligned to the astrological sense. There is some scientific relation to it.
Suppose you sit in a train which is not moving and the train next to you moves. Do you feel that you're moving?
It's relative.
Do you feel that you're moving?
No.
Tell me.
There is when my train is not moving. Yes, sir. It feels that moving.
Exactly. So that is how you think that the sun is moving. But actually, the sun is not moving. But that is the way our mathematicians and astronomers of those days have been able to calculate it so accurately that they have done what is called as the relative motion of the sun vis-a-vis the earth. And they knew fully well that the sun was not moving, that the earth was moving. But when you are stationary on earth, nobody is going to believe that the earth is moving. So they therefore said that the sun is moving, because you can see the sun moving on the sky. Okay, now what is the price of solar power per unit as it is generated?
Sir, currently it is around 2 rupee per unit.
Very good. How much is the quantity? What is the total capacity, installed capacity of solar power in the country?
Sir, it has recently reached 100.
100 what?
100 megawatt.
Megawatt? Gigawatt?
Sorry, sir, 100.
No, you tell me. I am not telling you.
I'm telling you this is 100 gigawatt.
How much?
100 gigawatt.
When it comes to climate change, there's a feeling that certain countries are not doing enough. Now, it is a universal problem. Certain countries are interested in ensuring that proper measures are taken. But why do you think certain countries are not interested in fulfilling their obligations? Name a few countries and tell me why. Even if you can't name them, you can tell me in general.
Sir, US recently has withdrawn from Paris Agreement, and there are other developed countries who are not taking much steps in terms of climate finance, if I have to quote one. The reason I believe is somewhere few sections of leaders, they believe that it is not that much necessary to cater to the climate change requirements.
No, the US has got everything. They have prosperity.
advanced.
US is prosperous. They can always cut down on their emissions. Why is it that the US moved out of the Paris Agreement?
So firstly, they are focusing on the mitigation aspect of it, and they have the advanced technology. And India being a developing country, we have...
No, I'm not talking about India. I'm talking about other nations. Which are the nations which are not fulfilling their obligations? India is fulfilling its obligations. And why? Let's take US as an example. Why did the US move out of the Paris Agreement? There must be a reason.
Sir, their policy currently is America first, and they try to focus on the domestic manufacturing, like they started the DIL.
Why domestic manufacturing?
So to support their growth, and there's rising protectionism in the world.
So Disha is from which city? Lucknow. And Lucknow is on the bank of river Gomti. Bank means these days Gomti is within the city, is it not? Does it touch Sultanpur also?
Yes, sir.
And what about Gauriganj and Aliganj?
There are a few tributaries, but I don't
Where does this river end?
Ghazipur.
Ghazipur.
At Ghazipur near Varanasi.
In which other river it submerges?
Ganga.
Ganga, very good. And it starts from where?
Sir, Gomat Tal.
Oh, very good. Okay. Electrical and electronic electronic engineering.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I would like to know from you, what is this thing called hydrogen fuel cell?
Sir, hydrogen fuel cell is based on the hydrogen. Sorry.
Or make it easy, what it is used for?
Sir, this cell is used to store power in terms of battery.
Mm-hmm.
It's used, and if we are able to make it scalable, then it will.
I think you have to read about it. Huh? It will not be that simple. Okay. Then they said that we have gone ahead of lithium battery. More than lithium battery, some other batteries are coming. Which batteries are coming?
Sir, solid state batteries.
What is that?
Sir, in solid state batteries, the focus is more on sodium, and it is believed that if we are able to make it...
In a battery, what qualities we are looking for?
Sir, it should have a better energy density.
Very good. This one?
And it shouldn't consume a lot of power, and it should be
efficient.
It should be efficient, it shouldn't be losing out on heat. And the material, if possible, it should be more available and easy to use, and it shouldn't also degrade our environment.
Very good. So, how do we find lithium? Where do we find lithium?
Sir, in the belt of Argentina, Brazil, and
most of them are.
Most of them in Latin, and then also in Australia, and we have currently found it in India also, in Jammu and Kashmir, Rajasthan, Jharkhand, and Karnataka.
Okay. You are interested in policing?
Yes, sir, but my eyesight issue may be hindering to that.
No, it's okay. So long you are able to 6 by, what you call 6 by 9 or something with specs, this is not an issue. Uh, Almost everyone who can see through is there. There's nothing great.
I'm interested in.
So tell me that are you aware of certain reforms which being tried to introduce in policing?
Yes, sir. Smart policing is pursuing right now. We are pursuing, and in various.
What is
regards-
community policing?
Sir, community policing involves moral policing by the people and by some volunteers involved in the locality. Uh,
You think moral policing and community policing are same?
no, sir. One is the subset of other, but it involves local people, and they help or volunteer for.
Is there something called community service or community punishment, something like that? Under the new act or new penal code, is there something like community punishment or something? Some punishment is linked to community?
Yes, sir.
What it is named?
Uh, community punishment.
No, I don't think so. They will call it punishment. What it is? Okay, read about it, huh? Yeah.
Disha, because you are from UP, I'll ask my first question regarding Waqf Amendment Bill. What is the present status, and do you think amendment is sufficient or the Waqf board should be done away with fully?
Sir, I would not be commenting on it. Actually, I am reading on it. I'm still not very good with this.
Can you tell a few UNESCO heritage sites in Lucknow?
Sir, Imambada is actually proposed, not under the UNESCO. Sorry, sir.
You mentioned in your extracurricular scouts and guides. What values have you imbibed from this activity which will help you in civil service?
Yes, sir. From Scouts and Guides, I have learned about community service and the duty to self and others, and the leadership that is involved when we are forming a team to do a special task. So that will help me to perform my duties wherever I get the opportunity, and also understand how to interact with the community, learn their grievances and act upon it.
Supposing you were posted at Mahakumbh as a Mela Adhikari, right? What steps do you think would have ensured that there was no stampede?
Sir, there have been steps, major steps that have been already taken. However, one major point that I feel we could have looked into, that is staggering the timings of arrival of devotees so as to maintain the crowd density in the region, and the suggested crowd density is 5% per square meter. So by doing that, we could have avoided the stampede.
Right. My final question to you is what are your views on the collegium system? Because what we see is that at the Supreme Court level, all the judges are from the advocate background, like not from the judicial services. So, do you think this system is good enough or it should be amended as the government had tried by introducing NJAC?
Sir, I believe that there should be an independent system from where the appointment takes place. Also, sir, we should focus on the National Judicial Appointments Committee that is being recommended by ex-CGI N.V. Ramana, sir. And by bringing more such reforms, we need to reform our judiciary. That's my point.
Do you think, but NJSC was annulled by the Supreme Court?
Yes, sir. I think there should be a consensus between the government and the Supreme Court so as to.
Do you think Indian Judicial Service would help bridge the gap?
Yes, sir, I believe that.
Okay. Thank you.
China went in for a one-child policy. Do you know which year onwards?
Sorry, sir, I don't know the year.
Okay. Now, what are the after effects of that? What are the consequences of that?
So now the aging is increasing in China, and now they want to reverse the policy.
What are the consequences?
The consequences is aging. Firstly.
And?
Second is the dependency of dependent population is increasing, and it will affect the economy of China.
That's a consequence of aging.
Yes, sir. It will also affect the socio milieu also, because then the care work will get increased, and it will burden the women there.
There was a clear bias towards having male children. As a result, the number of girls born in China came down substantially because of one-child policy. And because of that, you don't have parity between the two sexes in China. Isn't that a serious sociological problem?
Yes, sir, that is a major concern.
So India didn't commit that mistake. So do you think that what China did was a sociological blunder?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, in a way.
But in India, we keep talking about the demographic dividend. So how do you realize the demographic dividend?
So we need to work on the demographic dividend. We need to develop the potential by skilling, upskilling, reskilling, and making an entire ecosystem where the youth is learning and then turning into productivity.
Okay. Thank you. We've come to the end of the interview. Have you appeared before the UPSC before?
No, sir.
Why are you so, nervous?
Sir, I gave a mock just before it, and I maybe because of that.
So what did they tell you?
You had to rush here.
No, not rush here, but I came then. I was talking to Sachin sir. He was having some conversation, and then I'm here.
Tell me.
I think their feedback might have affected.
No, what was the feedback? That's what I want to know.
They said that you are speaking too slow and your voice is low, so you need to tone it up.
Okay.
And second was they asked me about handcuffing issue and the bulldozer justice, and so they said that you should read more and answer it well, and you're not giving proper answers. So I was thinking about that.
You're a little nervous, not because of that. I don't think it's because of that. I think you probably feel that. Why is your voice so soft? Even I wanted to ask you. Why is this a little on the lower side?
Talk like this only, so I need to practice if I have to speak up.
Partially, it's because of the fact that your knowledge base has to be better. Your reasoning power is good, okay, but your knowledge base, information at your command is a little limited. So I'd say about 10 or 12 points on which you should improve your knowledge base. Your subject, your father's subject, though you don't like it, trying to feel as though I hope nobody will ask you questions on Indian history.
Sir, actually, I didn't live with my father for a long time, so and he also didn't interacted with me, so I don't know about the subject very much, apart from the UPSC.
But you were studied for the UPSC, whatever that's all that will be asked. So don't try to be defensive. Anyway, that's not the point. Point is, facts generally. See, why is the Mahakumbh celebrated in UP I had to prod you, then I said something, then Makar Sankranti, you said, I don't know what is Makar Sankranti. So those things should come on your, it should come spontaneously from your side. So because Mahakumbh is, but you managed to hit the nail on the head on the stampede point. I think if you had staggered, if they had done that, yes, that was why I liked your power of reasoning. I think the stampede answer was very good. You clearly said if they had staggered, this simple common sense, they had not done it. That was the problem. Secondly, I think solar power, that was also a good answer you gave. That immediately you said is about 2 rupees. But I think you got mixed up on community policing and moral policing. वो बताएंगे आपको, आप बताइएगा. Smile अच्छा है, appearance अच्छा है. You got a good appearance, you got a good smile. Be a little more confident and raise your voice a little more, so it's audible. Here it's a short distance, so we are able to hear. But in the UPSC, it will be farther. So you should be able to make your voice audible. It should be heard, isn't it? That's one thing. And contradictions, bilkul avoid kariye. Don't contradict. If you're given some points, you should not contradict yourself. That's also very important. Okay?
So, Disha, you are a very good candidate. I like your positive appearance, pleasant face. If it is just topped up by the knowledge, it will be very good. And people from Uttar Pradesh will certainly be asked the geography of Uttar Pradesh, history, politics, and the current contemporary issues like Kumbh, then bulldozer justice, then other some things like that, like Sambal and all that. So prepare on that. Don't be found wanting. I was asking you two places. One is Aliganj, one is Gauriganj. है कि नहीं? Both appear in your DAF. That's why I'm asking. So while one place is in Sultanpur, very close to the city, another one is in Amethi. हाँ, अलग अलग हैं दोनों, दूर दूर हैं और वो नदी किनारे नहीं है, नदी वहाँ पे नहीं है. हाँ, दैट्स करेक्ट. तो ध्यान देंगे. और हाइड्रोजन फ्यूल सेल में आप एकदम ब्लैंक हैं. भाई इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियरिंग तो पढ़ा ही है, लेकिन कंटेम्प्रेरी इशू है इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल. और इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल का मतलब पावर सोर्सेज. तो पावर सोर्सेज पर थोड़ा मास्टरी रखिए, तभी आप बातचीत कर पाएंगे. ठीक है? हाँ, धन्यवाद.
समटाइम्स आई फील दैट मैं ज़्यादा बात नहीं करती हूँ, तो मुझे पॉइंट्स एकदम से मैं ब्लैंक हो जाती हूँ बोलते बोलते.
That's why I said nervous. वही तो बोल रहा हूँ.
आई नीड टू प्रैक्टिस स्पीकिंग मोर.
कंटेंट भी इम्प्रूव करेगा ना तो आएगा, अंदर से निकले के आएगा. ठीक है? थैंक यू.
कब है इंटरव्यू, कब है?
3rd March.
तो अभी तो टाइम है थोड़ा, है ना? उसके लिए ना एक क्वेश्चन बैंक बना लो बेस्ड ऑन योर डैफ एंड सम इम्पॉर्टेंट करंट इवेंट्स. और हर जो भी मतलब प्रोस्पेक्टिव क्वेश्चंस आपके दिमाग में आ रहे हैं या किसी कोलीग से बातचीत करके, ठीक है, और हर क्वेश्चन के आगे 2-3 बुलेट पॉइंट्स बना लो, तो ऑटोमेटिकली यू विल रिकलेक्ट. दैट विल हेल्प यू इन prioritizing and answering better without fumbling, right? And don't be nervous at all. You are here, one of the 3,000 candidates. You have already proved yourself. Okay? All the best.
Abdul Kalam, also knowledge. The moment somebody looks at your DAF, look at Mr. Abdul Kalam. Mr. Abdul Kalam is responsible for the Pokhran test. He's not the only one responsible. And further, he is not from Department of Atomic Energy. He is from the ISRO side. There are other people in the Department of Atomic Energy who are responsible for the blast. तो आपको differentiate करना होगा ना between the two of them. Pokhran is a nuclear blast. It is not a space mission. So, but he did play a role. But he is known as a missile man, as you mentioned. But then you cut it down, find no, he is a scientist and he is a teacher and he is President of India. तो आप ही ने मतलब complete कर दिया answer, तो I didn't want to ask further. थोड़ा सा I am giving you an opportunity to talk on something which is easy. So you should capitalize on it. So when see, life is full of opportunities, but only thing is you must take the opportunity when it comes. Interview is also full of opportunities. You must take the opportunity when it comes. You should be able to identify when the opportunity is coming your way and pick on that. Okay, that's how you score marks. An opportunity doesn't present itself every other minute. It comes once, it comes twice, not more than that in an interview. At that time कब opportunity मिलेगा तो you should be looking for it. तो मिल गया तो फिर you should try to utilize that properly. But you are a very good candidate. I again want to tell you, you got a nice appearance, a nice smile, and you got a nice way of greeting. Nice, everything is good about your demeanor. Except voice थोड़ा सा आप बुलंद कर सकते हैं. That's the only thing. But knowledge is the point. Unless you have knowledge, you cannot carry on a conversation. And unless there is a conversation, you will not leave behind a good impression. Isn't it? Unless there is a good impression, they won't give you marks. Isn't it? So,
And sir, just you mentioned about Dr. Kalam. I am very fond of him. So there were many things coming to my mind, but I was not able to elaborate on it.
so I didn't stop you. You could have gone on.
Yes, sir. So I need more practice with speaking.
Bullet points will help.
नहीं तो easy नहीं चलेगा.
Yes.
It has to be to the point.
With whom will you practice? Your friends or somebody? You got relatives, friends, somebody?
No, sir. Nobody.
Mera?
हाँ.
Mirror kariye. Your mother may, somebody you will have to work with.
You can record your own.
Yes, sir. I will do that. I will do that. Sure.
हर साल सुल्तानपुर की कम से कम 2 लड़की आती हैं.
No, it's fluent. Your English is
समझ
good.
रहे हैं कि नहीं? हाँ, मैं हर साल बात करता हूँ और उन बच्चों को देख के भी आता हूँ. कभी मसूरी में, कभी वहाँ क्या कहते हैं उसको, हैदराबाद में. तो मिलते हैं बच्चे. तो 2 लड़की तो रहती है, उससे ज़्यादा भी रहते हैं. तो आप भी कोशिश करिए, कुछ ना कुछ सर्विस अच्छा वाला मिलना चाहिए. ओके?
You should see you in Masuri or in Hyderabad. Okay.
Okay?
All the best.